Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kris. I'm doing something different. It wasn't requested. 6 most disturbing things caught on home security camera footage. I wasn't going to record this week and I decided to. So I'm just kind of finding a bunch of things that look interesting without jumping into Caesar or any of that. I don't really want to think. So I'm just doing a bunch of different videos. And video.
In 2015, a couple in San Jose, California were the victims of a home invasion. The intruders were never identified. The police recommended the two invest in some home security cameras to protect against future break-ins. And so the couple did. They set up a total of 6 different cameras around their house. Then, on May 8th of that same year, these cameras would capture a second break-in. 2 men wearing black clothes climb a fence into the backyard, where they're shown finding an unlocked sliding glass door. They walk inside and immediately go into the kitchen.
I think I've seen this.
One of them is seen disconnecting a phone setting on the counter. They proceed to search the kitchen, opening different cabinets and drawers. From this, they find kitchen knives, which they take with them to arm themselves. Caught on a different camera, they're next seen running upstairs, kitchen knives in hand. As they're searching the rooms upstairs, one of the men comes across a locked door. It was the door to the master bedroom. He puts his ear to the door and hears a baby crying. Inside the room was a family friend named Rosie and the 2 homeowners' child. Rosie was babysitting for them when the intruders entered the home. Hearing the crying, the man alerted his partner that people were inside. Instead of getting spooked and leaving, the men go up to the door and aggressively start kicking it. They hit it with such force that they managed to kick a hole in it. They then thrust knives through the hole. Rosie took the couple's child and retreated to the bathroom, locking that door as well. She screamed out that she called the police. This would work. The men finally started running away before they could fully break into the bedroom. Police reviewed all of the footage, but were never able to identify the men. Their true motives remain unknown. It's hard to believe they were only trying to rob the place, seeing that they disconnected the phones and felt the need to arm themselves with kitchen knives.
You kick a hole. Okay. If you're going to rob the place, and you know that someone's there, and they're upstairs, wouldn't you just start trying to snatch things and just grab things and or run downstairs and grab what you can and get the hell out of there? If that's only what you're there for, is just to rob a place. But if you kick a hole in the door because you hear a baby and you start swinging knives through there to try to get in, you're there for more than just to steal something. You're there. You're there to take something, all right. Take a life. You're not there to just rob. If you were there to just rob, you would have been in and out. Someone's there, freaks you out, you take off with what you have. There was more.
They also didn't immediately leave upon finding people inside.
Yep.
Instead, they tried breaking down a door to get to them.
Yep.
This is the footage from a home security camera in Vacaville, California.
Vacaville.
It was April when this footage was taken, and during that time of year, it's common to see a lot of activity in the form of kids walking home from school each afternoon. On this day, at some point, a girl with a backpack on is shown walking into frame. She was walking home from school like everyone else.
Uh-oh.
However, she had been being followed for several blocks by a man in a dark-colored Pontiac. She noticed this, and so she used a large truck parked on the side of the road to hide.
Is there a passenger or is it just the driver? Yeah, there's no passenger, it's just the driver.
She abruptly stops walking while she's out of view of the Pontiac. The driver stops, expecting her to come back into view. When she doesn't, he stalls there for a while before slowly driving off. The girl is left standing there, unsure of what to do next. Eventually, she sees the car coming back and decides to stay put behind the truck.
Go back, girl.
Pontiac drives by and then reverses to try and talk to the girl, but she continually repositions herself out of view. Finally, he drives off again and the girl makes a run for it. After receiving multiple tips about the driver and his car, the police started an investigation. A 24-year-old man was identified as the driver. He was interviewed, but not arrested. He technically hadn't committed any crime, and therefore police couldn't really do anything.
It's true.
Whether or not the man was actually planning something that day is unknown.
I'll say this. How am I trying to phrase this? Let's say he was lost and he's driving and he wants to ask for directions, or hey, do you know where Starbucks is, the Starbucks around here? I gotta meet someone, whatever. Don't ask a kid. Don't ask a kid. If you drive by and that's the only person to ask, I guess you better go to the next block. Find someone out cutting their grass or don't ask a kid. Leave a kid alone. The only reason you're going to pull over and ask a kid something is because you want to take that kid. Leave the kid alone.
Allie Porath is a mother of 2 daughters, one 13 years old and one 3 years old. On the night of February 20th, 2022, the 3 of them went shopping together. Their home security camera would show them returning home. They're seen walking inside and closing the door behind them. Shortly after, a man walks into frame from around their parked truck.
Okay.
The very first thing he does is try to open the door.
Who are you talking to?
Okay, I see him.
Why?
Right there.
Why?
Hold on. I want to go back for just a second because it looked like he was walking over and then he stopped and he went back and then she shut the door and he started walking again, like he didn't want to be seen. I could be wrong. I don't remember the button to go back like 10 seconds or whatever it is, so I'm doing it this way. Apologies. Okay.
Who are you talking to?
He's over here. Yeah, he goes backwards.
Why?
And now he's coming.
Why?
Okay. Why would you try the door first, the door handle? If you're just knocking, why would you try the door first?
After knocking a few times, the man walks away. However, they later found out through a neighbor's camera that for the next 5 minutes he walks around the house on his phone.
God damn.
Allie further reviewed the videos and found that it appears the man had been following them in his car all the way from the store. A few seconds after they park in the driveway, his car drives a bit further and parks a few houses down.
And you could say that she looked like she was carrying a kid in, right? So you have a woman, 2 kids. Maybe they're both, I don't know if it didn't, just said age, didn't say boy, girl, whatever. I mean, you got a guy right there who maybe all he's trying to do is just to get the woman and the kid or both kids or whatever. He could be selling them into sex slavery. I mean, you don't know. I'm just, and look, I mean, he could have. No, he was up to doing something dirty. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because you just don't know. But thankfully, his shoes just pop on that home security. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking more than likely sex slavery. I mean, murder, rape. We understand what he could have wanted. I don't need to sit here and name them all.
After a few more seconds, he gets out and starts walking towards them.
Yep.
Thankfully, they were able to get everything inside and the door locked before he got there.
Oh, you know what? When I thought he went backwards, he was probably walking and then walked up onto the sidewalk. Like he was in the street, and then walked maybe up on a driveway to the sidewalk. So he wasn't going backwards to retreat. He was just getting onto the sidewalk, Maybe that's what it was. I feel like I'm breaking this thing down like this is a Brooder film.
Ali ended by writing,
Back and to the left.
I don't know what this man's intentions were, but I don't think it was to rob us. I do believe that this was random and that we are not specifically targeted, but that he saw an opportunity when he saw a woman and 2 girls go into a house alone.
Okay.
Police were alerted, and they did search the area, but the man in the video was never found.
Sex slavery, then that's what I would say. But he has some
October of 26.
Sorry. He has some very distinctive tattoos. You would figure that would... Kris, you're going to say this. He looks like an individual who has probably been in trouble with the law before. So I would say that those tattoos are probably in pictures, logged. So I'd have to believe that. I paused it and it just decided it didn't want to pause, so...
In October of 2016, a family in Florida noticed multiple things missing from inside their home. The night before, everything was there, but when they woke up, stuff was missing. To figure out where it went, they reviewed their home security cameras. At 1:30 in the morning, this is what the cameras captured.
Someone's sleeping on the couch and you got a burglar right there. Does he not see him? Or he's just being quiet? He's being quiet. He doesn't have his shoes on, it looks like. Maybe he does. Or slippers, maybe? No, I don't know. Dude, you're robbing a home.
A man walks around the house while 3 children are sleeping on couches only feet away from him.
Oh.
He walks around them looking for valuables
and
hands what he finds to another man.
I'm looking at this person. There's a person right here. Wow.
Standing just outside, this one armed. The family immediately called the police upon seeing the footage. Police opened an investigation.
I'm sorry, I gotta go back. I just got a delayed reaction to something. Said there was a second guy waiting outside who was armed. I'm sorry.
He walks around them looking for valuables and hands what he finds to another man standing just outside, this one armed. The family immediately called the police upon seeing the footage. Police opened an investigation, but never found the 2 men in the video. Police believe that had anyone in the house woken up during the break-in, they likely would have been shot. A woman in Hudson, Wisconsin opened her blinds one morning and noticed something in the snow outside her window. She went outside and realized she was looking at footprints. The prints walked right up to her bedroom window and then back the way they came. Worried someone deliberately looked inside her window, the woman set up a security camera outside pointed towards her window. A few nights later, the camera recorded the man who made the footprints coming back. The man is shown clearly peering in the window.
It's me.
Police were alerted and shown the video.
And they didn't find
After
him.
doing some digging, they were able to trace the vehicle leaving the scene to a man named Robert Cessna, a highly reputable executive for the company 3M. According to his LinkedIn profile, Robert Cessna is a global key account vice president at 3M, and he shows similarities to the man in the video. Robert was contacted by police, but denied it was him. Police then interviewed several neighborhood witnesses, and along with other evidence were able to confirm that he was lying. He was the man in the video. Robert Cessna was ultimately charged with felony stalking, and later fired from his executive position.
Oh. Dude, you were 3M, you were making some money.
Margaret Woodward.
I don't...
Margaret Woodward was a 68-year-old living in Long Eaton, a town in England. Throughout the year 2013, her home had been the target of multiple break-ins. A total of 5 had occurred, and so she finally took the advice of police and installed home security cameras. Caught on the cameras, a 6th break-in occurs around 1 in the morning. A man is seen silently walking around while Margaret is sleeping in her living room.
Why didn't my dad tell me?
I think he was trying to protect you.
Oh, TV's going.
I don't know an innocent man have to pay for his crime. Just promise me one thing.
Okay.
Guys, y'all administer the Narcan now. Your father will wake up right away if you want to see him.
Are you about to steal her scooter?
Your choice. Look, we both know your father screwed up, but he hid the truth because it didn't hurt.
I'll make the request. I just need you to get him on the phone. He'll take your call. You guys have been friends since law school. As a friend, I would have to advise
Yeah,
you.
he's already done 35 years.
I'm not suggesting he stay in prison. The governor pardons him on an excellent condition that he pleads guilty to the prison murder and gets sentenced to time served.
So
The hell was that?
Wouldn't get what they want.
The man is able to take multiple belongings, all while Margaret has no idea. She doesn't wake up until he sets off an alarm. She then gets out of her chair and chases him with a cane. Using the footage, police were finally able to identify the man. He was 51-year-old Patrick Reed and was responsible for all 6 break-ins. He stole a total of around $1,000 from Margaret. Patrick Reed was sentenced to 4 years and 8 months in prison.
Good. I think I'm gonna do a couple more of these. True disturbing Christmas horror story. I don't know if I want to watch that one. I don't want to link horror with Christmas. It just doesn't sound like a good thing. All right, I'm gonna end this here. I still have 2 beers for my advent calendar that I have to drink, so maybe I'll drink those today. I won't. Chocolate stout. Let's just open the last one up. Let's just stop pretending. Winter porter. That's what it looks like. All right. Okay, I'm back. And get these beers off here. I don't want to drink them. All right. Like and subscribe. Or for New Year's Eve. It is New Year's Eve. No. Because if I tell you you're going to lose your foot at midnight tonight, and I don't put this video out until like a week or two, then it won't matter. If you don't like and subscribe right now, at this second, not when the video is released, I mean right now, as of the 31st, and it is 3:20 p.m. If you don't like and subscribe, you're going to accidentally chainsaw your foot off.